Hello, everyone. Welcome to Don's Hoop Life Sports. And on this video, I'm gonna share my reaction to this recent video on a Cedric Maxwell's podcast interviewing Isaiah Thomas about the Last Dance. Now I'm gonna share my thoughts. Let's get into it.
You guys are these great warriors, but you're just really animated. He's animated about your relationship, which is a little crazy to me, about how great you two guys are.
Well, I'm animated about it because he just ain't been telling the truth.
Okay.
So Max, it's like on one hand, right? I'm thinking we cool.
Yeah.
Now, if you notice, he asked me to be in his documentary. He asked me to be in The Last Dance. His producers asked me to be in The Last Dance. Max, you see me sitting there in a three-piece,
Yeah.
in a tie. I dressed up. I'm thinking that I didn't think we had a problem. I think, our families and everybody, get along, whatever happened with Dream Team, I'm taking him at his word. He said he didn't have nothing to do with it. Okay.
All right.
Stuff happens, right? I'm moving on with my life. I coached him the last All-Star game. He, Ahmad, Rashad, and I have been to dinner. I'm thinking everything cool.
Yeah.
I'm totally blindsided. I sit down, and I do the interview at NBA TV. One of my best friends, family, best friends, work together and everything else. His name's Kevin Cottrell, right? I asked Kevin to sit in on the interview, right? So Kevin and I at NBA TV, his crew comes into NBA TV, we rolling out the red carpet. I sit there for 2 hours. And now The Last Dance comes on during the, what do you call it, the lockdown, right?
During the pandemic.
So me, my family, everybody locked down because you can't go outside. So now I'm sitting there watching like everybody else. I'm anxious to see, because this is the first time that I ever get a chance to peek behind the Chicago Bulls curtain.
Right.
Yes.
I peek behind the Celtics curtain, Lakers curtain. Y'all know what's behind us and everything. But the Bulls, we never really got to see what was happening behind the scenes there. So I'm curious, right? Who did we lose to? How did they beat us, right?
Right.
And then it comes on, and forgive me when I say this, but I watch a whole documentary about a guy being an asshole, and he calls me an asshole. Now he calls me an asshole and then says, I hate him.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. Hate's a big word. Hate's a big word.
Ain't nobody ever said that
Yeah.
about me. A former player, current player, ain't nobody ever said, I hate him.
Yeah.
Right? He said, as much as I hate him, right? And he's an asshole. And I'm like, whoa, time out. So now we all looking around, and now my phone starts ringing.
If I remember correctly on that documentary, I think he said he hated. I don't know if he said he hated him. I think he said he hated him at that time, during that time when he was playing against him because of, just the physical play. But I'm not sure if he said he hated him. I think he said past tense, he hated him, to my recollection. I could be wrong. I have to see that part again to see what Michael Jordan. Did he say hate or hated? Because that's a big difference.
His former teammates, his inner circle, well, Michael didn't mean that, he didn't come off the right way, so forth and so on. Like, okay, I never hear from Michael.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing from everybody around him. And now every interview that I do, including this one, I have to answer the Michael Jordan question,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And if you didn't mean it, then come out and clean it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come up.
But if you meant it, you can leave it like it is.
Right.
But stop sending your people to tell me that ain't what you mean.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I get it.
So this is where I'm at. I'm pretty manly about, where I've been.
Right.
All of y'all, when y'all were players, y'all elected me to be the president of y'all union. And I've stood firm and tall, and I ain't never tried to backstab nobody. But the way this stuff is played out, it's like, hey man, you either clean that up or leave it like it is. And if that's the way it is, that's fine.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
But then you hear the same thing. You think about The Last Dance. Scotty had the same problems. Scotty was bum rush with, he wasn't this and he wasn't that and Michael this and it was a lot of stuff about that which was like, because I talked to Robert Parrish, who did play with him that Last Dance, and I said, so what do you think? He said, I played with Michael.
Okay, so I'm gonna forward this a little bit to another part. But yeah, it's kind of tough, It's really kind of sad. Let me see. I'm gonna try to forward to another part where Isaiah Thomas is explaining more about his part, about how he feels.
One of us is not telling the truth.
Okay, I think this is it.
Wow.
And I'm just saying it ain't me. Here are my facts.
Yeah.
Laid out, right?
Yeah.
Documented. And again, it's important that I'm having this conversation with you because there is a succession now. Y'all beat our ass. Not only did y'all beat our ass, but then y'all beat our ass. And then y'all would talk crap to why y'all was beating us. Hey, you remember us playing in Joe Louis Arena? And
Let me forward it more. See if I can get to that part where he's
treated Jerry Krause.
Wow.
In that documentary. Now,
well, not this part.
Now, and I know, right?
Well, that's another part. Trying to
About The Last Dance and all that. I'm just saying, hey man, it's some facts that just aren't being presented. And I'm mad. Well, I won't say I'm mad. You use the word disdain. I don't hate him. I don't understand why he did this to me. I don't understand that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if this is how it is, then this is how it is. But if you want to apologize, like I'm going back, you said Magic and I sat down.
Yeah.
And Magic said, hey, I'm sorry for all the things I did to you. Karl Malone said, I apologize for all the things, I can accept that. Right? But if you want to have a private sit down with me and then leave this stuff floating out here publicly, no.
Yeah.
You did it on an international stage. I'm in Dubai and I got to answer the questions about Last Dance. Everywhere I go now, I got to answer. So I have to speak to it now. I got to speak my truth.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you want to stop it and clean it up, then, publicly you got to say, hey, this ain't what I meant.
Right.
This is how I came off. Now, I do still have his producer's emails.
And the secret files.
I'm just saying, I got stuff where you asking me to participate in your story.
Right.
And I'm thinking we all good.
See, this is the part. Okay, so this is the part right here where I can feel Isaiah Thomas and why he will feel a certain way, because I will feel that way too. If I got invited to a documentary, I'm not going to expect that person to be talking bad about me. That's what it is. Like, because just like he said, he thought everything was all good. Isaiah Thomas was under the impression that everything was all good. You know, he got invited. He got an email saying, "Could you be a part of the documentary?" He didn't think he was going to a documentary for Michael Jordan to talk about him. And that's the case. He probably, of course, I'm almost sure Isaiah Thomas would have turned that down. All right, let's go into it.
I'm finding out all these years that we wasn't.
Wow.
I'm just saying that ain't cool, man. That's not that cool.
Man, I so appreciate you coming on. But before I let you go, I always ask a question. I really want to get your thoughts on this. We're building a Mount.
All right, so there you have it, folks. This is my reaction to this video. I just really hope that they can, Michael Jordan can come out publicly and really just do a public apology to Isaiah Thomas, or just to squash this, because it's just really sad. It's been like years and years after they both have competed against each other, and then for Isaiah, he can't really even let all this go, because people are always asking him about the documentary, the Last Dance documentary. So he's always got to ask these questions about him and his relationship with Jordan and all that. And so, yeah, I feel Isaiah. I believe what Isaiah is saying. He seemed like he's being very transparent, and he's being open and honest. And it's really sad. Especially me, grew up being a Michael Jordan fan. I've always been a fan of Michael Jordan, the player. I've been a fan of Michael Jordan, the player. But I just wish, I hope, and pray that Michael Jordan will humble himself and let his pride down, and just really, come out publicly some way that they can come out publicly and really talk about it. But Michael Jordan has to let his pride down, let his pride aside, humble himself, and just apologize, because he didn't do Pippen, his teammate, no justice by talking about him in the documentary. I think Michael Jordan owes him an apology. So Michael Jordan, he's got to clean up some stuff. I mean, he can't. I don't see how Michael Jordan can really live at peace with himself, knowing that he really put down Isaiah Thomas and really didn't do Pippen no justice either by making Pippen look bad on that documentary. So anyway, those are my thoughts and my reaction on this video. You comment below and let me know your thoughts on this video, and till next time, take care of yourself and be great.